Hello there. My name is Shannon Crow. I'm a mom of three. I'm a yoga teacher and I specialize in teaching yoga for pelvic health. You are looking at the Pelvic Health Professionals website, and I wanted to give you a little bit of a tour and tell you how this got started. So, first of all, when I was studying anatomy in college, when I was studying anatomy and yoga teacher training, when I was having my three children, when I was pregnant and birthing those three babies who are now 14, 16, and 21, I didn't hear anything about pelvic health, which is amazing if you think about the pelvis and how it is really at the center of the body and how much is affected by our pelvic health. So fast forward, I was teaching a yoga teacher training and we had invited in a pelvic health PT to come in and talk to us, Dr. Sinead DeFore, who trains pelvic health PTs in our area. And I was just blown away by the information that she was sharing with our yoga teacher grads who were going to be working with pregnant people. And that was what really sparked me to see the relationship between the movement and the breath that I was leading in my yoga classes, and how, with some information and then combining that with what I already knew about the body and movement and breath, how this could really help someone with their pelvic health. So fast forward to now, I work in a PT office in my local area, and I reach out a lot outside of the yoga world. I reach out a lot to PTs and to other professionals who work with pelvic health. And that's where I really do the majority of my learning. And oftentimes it's been one-on-one, like a Zoom video chat or going to a specific training. And so I had this idea to first combine a platform where yoga teachers could connect with these experts. And it was a really good friend of mine, Barb Elias, who said, you know what, Shannon, reach out beyond just yoga teachers connecting. Reach out to all of the pelvic health professionals. And I'm so excited because I've talked to therapists, massage therapists, OTs, midwives, gynecologists, PTs, movement educators who don't define themselves as yoga teachers, Pilates instructors, people who are just super interested in pelvic health, as well as pelvic health PTs. And the reaction from the whole community has been amazing. So thank you to all of you who have supported this vision up to this point. And I'm super excited to say that the doors are open for our pelvic health professionals membership until Friday, September the 13th. And if you are interested at all in helping people with their pelvic health, helping yourself with your own pelvic health, let me give you a little tour around the site so that you can see what it's like. So here is the homepage, and you can use this button right here to join if you're already ready to join. The membership is $25 per month or $250 per year. And this is all in US dollars. And there are sort of four big components that are part of this. So there's a resource library where there are videos, PDFs, downloadables. This is really generated by your questions. So the moment you have a question and you put it to the group, I either do my research of what I know and supply you with that information, or I look and see who in our community, because we have a lot of professionals in our community, who can answer this question. So that's really fun to do that. Also, I create movement and breath practice videos for you in there. Also in the resource library, and this doesn't say it on our homepage, I have an 8-hour yoga for pelvic health online training, which is being polished up a little bit. We're adding some new videos to it, and that's going in there as well. So that's valued at $379 all on its own, the online training, and it's part of the resource library now. We have monthly Q&A calls. This is where you can ask your questions live. And if we don't have live questions, we also have a list of questions that people have sent, our members have sent, and we answer them live on there as well. That's really fun. And we get together and see each other face to face and talk about the different challenges or struggles we might have and get ideas from each other and really feel that community of support. Another thing I'm super excited about is that we have guest experts that come on. So the very first guest expert is Shelly Prosco, and that video is in the resource library for you. Shelly has been a huge advocate for this pelvic health in general, but also of the pelvic health professionals. And she's really promoted it and really had some fantastic ideas about that. So Shelly talked to us, and pretty soon we have Dr. Susie Gronsky coming on to talk about male pelvic health. So she'll talk for an hour and you can join live and ask your questions. It is really an amazing way to learn together. Also, we have a community forum. Right now, it's on Facebook. Until all of you tell me, no, we'd like a forum somewhere different, or until we find something better. And that's where you can ask questions and share resources at any time between our monthly guest expert calls, Q&A calls, and the emails that you get each and every week with resources. So this is who the site is for, like who the membership is for. This gives you a full list of our guest speakers. I didn't even have to go by memory here. For up until the end of December, and all of our Q&A calls are over here. So you get the recordings. We did one just recently, August the 26th, and that call was really focused on the pregnant person, like prenatal, postnatal, birthing, what are the considerations for pelvic health, as well as we covered some about vulvodynia and diastasis recti. So there were a few topics that were covered in that. There was a call before that we did in July that was focused on how to host a pelvic health workshop. So all of those resources are there for you. Let me show you what the resource library looks like right now, and it is growing fast because we have a lot to put in there. So right away, you get a page that's all about the welcome, all the links you need. We have an events calendar, so you can add it to your own calendar. And then the movement and breath practices. So it says, read this before moving and breathing. And you'll start with ones that are here, chair to ski and boat pose. And then each week, new ones get added. Not always are they poses, but there's always something new being put into the library. The Yoga for Pelvic Health, this is the original online training and with the new videos added. So you can see that part 1 is here, coming in slowly, and there are more training videos being uploaded soon. We've heard from our members that they don't want to be overwhelmed, so we haven't made this like everything here. It comes out slowly when you're ready for it. So here's that guest speaker with Shelly. The replay is there, but then she provided us with a lot of other things to take a look at as well. The replay videos are all here. So there are some links and notes that went along with the last one. And there it tells you the topics. These were all about hosting a workshop. So some of you had asked for, our members had asked for like a handout example. I talked about my pricing, the description that I give to yoga studios when I host a workshop, pricing that I've used in the past. I'm just really sharing all that I can. And then I outlined how I lead that 4-hour workshop. So that's all in there for you. Also health and waiver forms, so downloads and updates, and then there's some waiver forms. And then we're just starting with a library of images. So we have the core 4. There's another one coming out really soon. It's hard for me to hold back when I know that things are coming in. So this is the very beginning of the library, and it just grows and grows with your questions each and every week. Let me give you an example of what it looks like inside the membership. So this is the welcome page, and it goes through any notes that you need. And then let's say something like, what would be something that you would like to see? Okay, so it shows you here when the images, we have the core 4 in color or the core 4 in grayscale, and you can download those. So some of the things are downloadable, like the health and waiver forms. That PDF is all downloadable here for you, so that if you needed one, what else? Let me show you the movement and breath practices as well. So for example, boat pose, I broke down because I get asked about boat pose a lot. I don't think I can move this. I get asked how to modify boat pose for someone who has, say, pelvic organ prolapse or diastasis recti. And so I've talked about the considerations and then how to find variations, not only in boat pose, but really any pose like this that might put that sort of bearing down pressure onto the pelvic floor, or might put that pressure onto the diastasis recti if someone has that. So the videos, I like to make the movement videos nice and short and sweet, so that chair to ski. And then also if I show you like the original training, that might be helpful as well. So like a yoga flow, Shelly Aaron is in our group, and she also does the editing for our videos. So it shows you here, again, you can't see my face. It's like I'm the face on the body here. But it goes through, this is the yoga flow broke down. So it's the introduction to the training, and then you do a flow. And then we talk about why these poses, why this flow. This is in the original Yoga for Pelvic Health 8-hour online training. And then we talk about, this one's about rib cage breath. And then there's another yoga flow too. And it goes through like that all the way through the 8 hours. They're not all here yet, but they're slowly coming into the library. So I would love to hear from you. Do you have any questions for me about pelvic health professionals and what it's like to be a member? I'm available to chat. If you want to send me an email, we can chat via Zoom, or you can find me on Instagram or Facebook, or those are probably the best ways to get a hold of me. But if you send me an email, info@pelvichealthprofessionals.com, or you can go directly to our website, and at the very bottom, you'll see a place for questions. That's the best way to reach out to me. So this video has been a bit long, but I really wanted to show you around and give you a little sneak peek of what things look like behind the scenes. So you can use this question box right here and send that to me, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you, and have a great day.